Okay, it's Tuesday and time for tea, and it has been a crazy one already. I feel like I've already done my whole Tuesday, and yet it's only 12:40. So we're gonna do an easy tea again today because sometimes I'm in the mood for real complex ones, others I'm not. And I was really thinking when I woke up this morning a lot about, I don't know why, lemon and ginger, probably because my sister got sick. Was doing a lot of lemon and ginger yesterday, but I thought, oh, she needs to add some burdock root to that for her kidneys. I didn't tell her that, but I'm thinking it while I'm sleeping. So when I woke up this morning, I thought, oh, I know what tea I'm doing. So what we're doing is super simple and super healing, okay? Burdock, I'm a fan. Now, when you are making teas out of the root, please know this is not 5 minutes. You need to let this stuff if you could let it sit in the water for 30 minutes, it'd be better. We'll probably do about 15. I'm a fan. Burdock is incredible for the kidneys, guys. It is a mass cleanser like Cleavers, but honestly, Cleavers is better, just to let you know. I have a huge person that grows so much burdock. She gives me so much burdock, and let me tell you what, she said when she took my Cleavers, she had never felt that way before. So that's kind of fun, huh? So again, I like this with Cleavers. Why not clean those kidneys out real well? Get that lymph system draining the toxins out. You need it. Turmeric. We love turmeric. Okay, turmeric's amazing. We know it's a major anti-inflammatory. I could go into all the details, but there's no real meaning. I mean, I would just cover anti-inflammatory with this guy. It is so incredible for our body. Everybody's using it for their inflammation. Remember to use a tiny bit of black pepper with it so it activates it. Ginger. Now, again, I like chunks of it. So now if you have fresh ginger, you can just do some slices, but I just planted all my ginger, so I don't really have any ginger to cut up, so I'm using my dried. In fact, if you want to come over here, here's my ginger, and I hope you guys are all trying to grow it too. So you can see these this is sugar cane and ginger, all of these, and every little kind of green thing you see popping out of these is basically more ginger. Let's see if we've got a little nublet here. Yep, see? So they have to be inside. They cannot handle the cold, but as soon as the cold goes away and we get to temp, they get buried outside for the summer, and then because I start them early indoors, they'll be ripe and ready for me to have fresh ginger, guys. So get on it because it doesn't like to grow at all in the cold. And if you're in a climate like me where you go down to 26 degrees, well, I certainly can't put it out there in June and think I'm going to get a full crop. So you start early. I think I started around February, heating up the little rhizomes on a heat mat and getting them all to start see, what is going to grow, because not all of it gets a shoot out of it. Some of it's just dead and just rots, but it's pretty exciting, and I love these particular ones. And this is some Meyer lemon off my tree. That's all that is. I love the Meyer, but I do love the Eureka too. Meyer's sweeter, mixed with an orange. Love it. We got our eggs because I'm a hungry gal. Everybody goes, why so many eggs? Because I like them, and I want to drink the yolks out of every one, so that's why so many. And if I like 12 eggs, I'm going to eat 12 eggs. It's the healthiest food possibly for me, I can imagine. So let's get our tea rolling. We got the stove fired up. We got some hot water in here. Now we're going to use all of the lemon. I am a fan. And we've got a cinnamon stick too, because I'm a real big fan of this. So lemon, guys, love the whole thing. Rind and all. I don't juice it in there. I just let it use it all up. I love lemon and all of its biflavonoids. I'm going to go ahead and use, this is 2 teaspoons of the burdock. Same thing, we've got 2 teaspoons of the turmeric. And we've got 2 teaspoons of the ginger, guys. And to top it all off, what I love to do is get a cinnamon stick that I store in my old honey. I love these. Get that baby out of there. Oh, she's stuck. Now, I try to get this is crystallized honey in this jar. I get most of the honey off because we don't want to waste that right now while it's hot. It'll just kill the honey. Mm-hmm. So I try to get as much off of it so that when I want to add some, get out here, fly, some sweetener, it's not killed. Love it. All right. That's what we're doing today. And that's going to taste incredible. It's going to detox us a little bit because that burdock is really good at a detox of the kidneys, also the lymph system. That's where it cleans you. That's what you need. Trust me, if you go, my kidneys are fine, they're not, I can assure you. Let me get a towel. I can guarantee you your kidneys are taxed. Your liver is taxed. Your heart and lungs are taxed. We can't live in today's world and be like, well, my body's just fine. Yeah, it probably, you think it is, until then when something goes wrong and you go, well, why do I have this rash? What's going on? Oh, it's just a rash. No, it's usually any symptoms we get externally are related to something going on in the body that we can't connect the dots, unfortunately. So, again, it's super important that you guys pay attention to your bodies, okay? That's a big one. So many people don't. So, let's look it up in the books, guys. Let's see what it says about all this fun stuff. Oh, and I guys wanted to show you something real quick here. So, I'm sure a lot of you know what turpentine is. Let me close this guy here. So a lot of these old books refer to turpentine in a lot of the recipes and remedies, which when I first started reading a lot of these old books, I remember thinking turpentine, like the stuff that is at Home Depot. Like, I don't want to put that in to heal myself. That is frightening. Were they using turpentine? So I really had to get into it to figure out, what do we mean turpentine? Well, yes, there are synthetic turpentines that are used. They're chemical versions used, paint thinners and varnishes and all that. And then, took forever to find the real deal. This is from the gum of a pine tree. This is turpentine, legitimately, but this is not turpentine that is the carcinogen, kill you turpentine. I was super excited to find handcrafted in the United States quality turpentine, guys, and we'll get more in the future about how this is used. I'll come up with something really fun for you guys to see why it would be used, but we're not using it to remove paint off of anything, okay? That's not the purpose of this. And I love when I find these things from the past and the way they used to use things and connect the dots, so to speak, because a lot of the information is not out there. And we know a word today that may not mean the same thing back then, if you know what I mean. So kind of fun. Gum spirit turpentine, guys. Get your hands on some. You're going to want it. Okay, let's start. Let's just start with the ginger. Let's start with ginger. Where are you in my little cute book? Let's see. And we've done ginger and turmeric before. Eventually, we'll go through all of them, but I'm very much in a mood when I wake up for tea where I've got so many exotic herbs, I could just throw some crazy stuff at you, but I really have to go by what my mind and body want. And sometimes I'm not in the mood to get into goldenrod or bloodroot or anything. I'm in the mood for simplicity of a good healing tonic or tea. Okay, ginseng. I sure love that one. Let's see here. Ginger, where are you? Germander, chamomile, Genetian. I tried to grow Genetian, by the way, guys. I want it so bad. It is a very, very difficult flower to grow. I have to say I failed, but that almost made me so angry that I'm going to have to get more seeds. One packet's not enough. I'm going to have to get like 40 packets of the Genetian because that's what it takes when you're trying to learn. No, ginger. No, I don't see any. We'll have to pull up another book here. Nope, no ginger in that. Oh, golden seal. I love golden seal. All right, let's mosey along. That's why we got the books, guys. And we know it's in the newer books, but I do enjoy the older books. They're just a lot of fun. In fact, I got a new book. This one's called Native American Herbal Bible, and I love Native American stuff. I mean, Hawthorne and things. I mean, there's just so many fantastic things that are healing from the Native Americans. Maybe we take a quick peek and see if ginger's in there. This is all. This kind of repeats, you can tell, a lot of the same herbs because you got to think where the Native Americans were, they weren't buying seed packets. Okay, so from this era, it wasn't like they planted. They had to live off the land. They were living off the herbs supplied by God to the land. So the herbs they chose were the ones they knew that worked, were just around them. They weren't going, I really want lobelia. Can we get a packet of that and plant it? No, that's not the way it worked. So it's very interesting. Look, gravel root. They talk a lot about that one in there, and I've never even used it. Ginseng, another big one. Corn is a healer.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I mean, I never thought, trust me, guys, the corn they're talking about isn't the corn you're buying. Okay, you probably can't even find a non-GMO type of corn anymore that would be good for us. There's very few. Okay. I don't even see it in this one either. See in the back here. We're going to find something good on ginger for you guys. And this book is great because it goes into steam distillation. It goes in all the time. Oh, look at this is just a whole section on kids. Native American herbalism for kids, guys.
Wow. That's awesome.
It is a cool book. Okay, no, I don't see it in this one. So some of these herbs like ginger, they're just not rare. So a lot of these books try to focus on the herbs you can't find so much in the information. But I look at ginger as a very, very incredible part of my life. And I know it just burns me right into health. When I make my little 2-ounce, like an inflammation shot, oh my gosh, I put so much ginger in, they just burn. I can barely drink the thing, and I just love it like that. So let's see here if we can find it in culpeper. G, F, G, flax, lots of F's. Garlic misspelt. Girly flowers, goldenrod. Goutwort, rommel. I don't think ginger's in any of the old books, which is so fun. Okay.
Wow.
It's going to be in a new book, we know. Okay, Ancient Remedies. They want me to sell the heck out of this thing. So here it is. I love the book. I definitely am telling all of you to buy it. If you've already got it, you're in. They've got the cards too. Okay, we'll show a quick blip of the cards. I really love the cards. The cards are fantastic. I'm sure ginger is even in the cards. Yep, right there under breathing. We'll go to that. So how they had done it is there is a third book, Ancient Remedies Revived. You can either buy the cards separate or that book separate. But there's a red one with a bind right here. You cannot buy this without getting all of the others. Okay. So there it is. This is the package on Ancient Remedies Revived. And I think I even have a code if you guys are interested. I haven't had time because we're talking about the Impact Bundle. But Ancient Remedies and the poster people keep wanting me to sell so that I can fill their bank accounts up. So there's my 2 cents on this. And we'll get back to Ancient Remedies after the Impact Bundle. But my most important thing right now for you guys to understand is that Impact Bundle. There is nothing. These books, this is like $80 for the 3 of it. It will never give you the information that Impact Bundle will give you for $50. So that's why I'm pushing that hard, guys. Okay, I just saw it. There it is, ginger. Look, didn't even have to get into a book. Look, it's on kidneys too. Come on.
Oh, wow.
So while we're talking kidney, because we were talking burdock, let's see if burdock is on. Oh, turmeric's there too on both of them.
Oh, geez.
So breathing and kidney. Of course, we might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. I mean, basically, it says turmeric, curcumin offers strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant benefits, protecting and enhancing your kidney function. Yes, we need this. We need our kidneys to be strong. Also contains curcumin, potent anti-inflammatory effects, benefits your respiratory, reduces airway inflammation, eases breathing, particularly helpful for asthma. There we go on the turmeric, guys. I mean, that was a quick blip, real easy to do. And the ginger, it helps prevent kidney damage with anti-inflammatory properties, aids in toxin removal, and improves kidney blood circulation. Over here for breathing, ginger is known for its anti-inflammatory. It soothes your airways, reducing coughing. It's an expectorant. It breaks down mucus. It benefits asthma and bronchitis. Now let's take a peek in here because
I forgot they open.
I was hoping that burdock would be all in the same because it is for kidneys also, but they probably have it for something else. So let's see what's in here. Ginger and honey. We're going to be putting honey with our ginger. Boop, 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 boop. There's some lemon, like we're talking about. Here's your slippery elm cough syrup. We've got lemon. We know we've got the ginger and some slippery elm. No burdock in this, which I'm really surprised. I know it's on one of these cards, but I really thought it would be more in that. Let's see if we can find burdock in one of the cards because I haven't been using these for a while. Burdock, burdock. Oh, there's our cinnamon. Mm-hmm. Cinnamon for blood sugar. So I love cinnamon. And the reason is for blood sugar. I have a carb addiction, okay? Without a doubt, I am like everybody. I eat lots of meat, but when it comes down to it, I'll get myself in trouble with loving on those carbs. And yeah, I want to eat giant salads all the time too, but trust me, crackers and all that crap, it just gets a hold of me. It's like a drug. So I use a lot of cinnamon in my teas and things to regulate blood sugar because you don't have a spike. Who wants to have a spike? You don't even have to be a diabetic to have an insulin spike and feel like crap. Mm-hmm. So start using that cinnamon in your coffee and your tea. You can make cold teas with it. It's just wonderful. Cinnamon helps improve insulin sensitivity and it lowers blood sugar levels. It also may enhance glucose metabolism. That is just amazing, especially when you're dealing with such a dire problem like diabetes. Let's see. Boo, 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 boo. I thought burdock was on these cards, guys, but now this is a hard one to find. Rosea, this is very expensive, this herb. And every time I try to find it organically, it's sold out or you can't get enough of it. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Arnica, boswellia. Not seeing our burdock, willow. I thought it was on a card. We will find it though, guys. Art. Okay. Well, let's mosey on. We know where it's gonna be in this, and it's in the old stuff too. Burdock is something they use quite a bit of. Let's see if I was close. And it's just what I thought it was for. Let's just see, because I love it. I've been a fan of burdock, and if you guys are looking for a good one to grow, there it is. I like gobo. There's different roots. I've used just about all of them, but some of them are very thin roots, long and thin. Well, what the hell do you want to grow 8 million roots for? I want the gobo. The gobo, guys, man, big roots. Big giant roots. I mean, we're talking, you're going to fill jars up instantly with that. So get to growing on this stuff because it's the time to seed now. So burdock is the Japanese globetrotter. It offers both culinary delight and a natural healing. Its root is a crunchy treat, while the leaves, roots, and seeds all have medicinal benefit. Fighting bacteria and inflammation. In traditional Chinese medicine, burdock is praised as a blood purifier. We definitely need to cleanse our blood, folks. If you have not done anything like that, it's just like detoxing every other organ and everything. Each one has its own thing. You've got your heart, your lungs, you've got your blood, you've got your skin. Those are all organs. Fighting bacteria and inflammation. In traditional Chinese medicine, I already read that, is blood purifier, addressing digestive issues and slowing skin aging. I don't know if it's slowing my skin aging, but maybe I should drink more of it for that. So, okay, ancient uses. There's a lot here, guys. Burdock seeds were used as ancient China for ailments like anorexia, arthritis, and fever, and the root purified the blood, as we know. Burdock root treated cancer and syphilis also. Hildegard of Bingen used burdock root for cancer, and English herbalists favored it for boils and scurvy. The Native American tribes used it for various health issues and skin sores. In the 20s, we saw burdock root in a that's funny. I didn't realize it was in SCIAC. Okay. In the 20s, they saw burdock root in an alternative cancer therapies like the SCIAC and the Hosky. In the 1940s, its sticking nature inspired Velcro's invention. Interesting. I didn't realize they had it in SCIAC. I know that sheep sorrel is a big one. I didn't realize it was in there. It promotes urination. Why would it do that? Because it's for the kidneys, folks. Lymph system. That's why it's promoting like a diuretic, you to urinate. Benefits heart, aids in maintaining cholesterol. For wounds, its leaves have been explored as non-stick bandages. Isn't that? So basically, you just throw the leaf on your wound and it sticks to you, I guess. Burdock root extract offers potential and prebiotic medicine due to its rich phytochemicals and antioxidants, along with antimicrobial properties. Now, as they're talking here about its extract being for, where did I just read it? Prebiotic. You know, another thing that's very good prebiotic, which is inulin, is from if any of you guys are growing sunchokes. Sunchokes are phenomenal for you, and I think I talked about them before in a video. You could like super fart your day away if you eat too many of them. So be careful, because you're going to get crampy and fart because it's getting in there and creating all that fiber. But they are so good for us. They grow like a weed, and you get beautiful like sunflowers on the top surface and the roots on the bottom. So if you haven't grown those, give them a try. Drinking burdock root tea may benefit individuals with knee osteoporosis. We won't even I'm not even going to redo that one. That was all bad. By improving cholesterol levels and blood pressure. I definitely have knee problems. I have abused these knees probably more than anything. And they, as I get older, are less happy with me. Definitely. So good thing it's in my tea today. It supports vascular health as a blood purifier, like we talked. Here we go. Lymphatic system strengthener as a natural diuretic. All you guys, kidney issues, use this. Use some cleavers with it. Just remember, you've got to stay hydrated because it's a diuretic. It's going to strip you of all fluid, and you want to be sure to put back. I highly suggest not just using water. I like putting herbs in water. Put some comfrey in that water. Get some nourishment in that water. We're not trying to drain all the nutrients out of our body with gallons of fresh water. I mean, you really think caveman walked around with stainless steel bottles, filling them up all the time, going, I haven't drank enough today. No, they didn't even drink water. The only time they drank water was when the food didn't supply enough fluid into their system, and they went, ooh, I'm thirsty. I need a drink. We have abused water, and they push it like it's some cleansing for your system when it's not. You're flushing the goodness out. Stop drinking so much of it. Okay. I'm probably the only person that's going to say that to you guys. Let's see here. Oh, roots promote gut health, provide antioxidants, of course, reduce inflammation, support heart and stomach. It's rich in dietary fibers and polyphenols, making fermented burdock a potential aid for diabetes management and keeping the pancreas healthy. I've never fermented it. Now I'm thinking we need to ferment some. I have never had it fermented. I can't imagine what it tastes like. I'm thinking I would almost shave it down into little pieces and ferment it. Studies suggest that burdock root helps manage body weight by influencing your fat metabolism. Well, it sounds like everybody should be using burdock, guys. It's just amazing. And what's used? The fruit, the leaves, and the roots. And it pretty much, let's see, on Synergies, it says that burdock and nettle are best friends. It says that burdock, licorice, ginseng, wild yam, and motherwort are best friends. And it's giving formulas for tinctures. Don't ask me for the formula, buy the book. Okay, I get a lot of people, can you just go through the cancer protocol on the healing web poster? No, I've done that enough for everybody. Buy your own like I had to do. Okay, guys, look. I cannot just keep giving you the information. Hold on, let me Google that for you. No. It's time, if you want to get your health in check, you start doing what I'm doing. It's simple. You own a phone, you own a computer, you can start purchasing books. Maybe it's too expensive now, you can ask for it for Christmas. But get your hands on some of these books, because this is the information where you start beginning your new life journey on how to help yourself. So, burdock, yellow dock, dandelion, and nettle, another incredible one. It enhances the blood purifying. I mean, and it tells you what they all do and how it's going to help, and you need this. You know what book I never go in and I kind of want to look in here real quick is in this guy. Now this one's recipes mainly, simple recipes and remedies. But since that's blood cleansing, let's just take a look and see if they have any of it for kidneys and blood in here. I'm very curious. Let's see. Because it's similar to the cards. So if I open it and show you guys, it's very similar to the cards. You're going to think it's just a repeat of the cards. It's not. So like heart health, if we look down here real quick, here's heart health. So you're just getting a piece, if you can see, of it. So on the cards, you're just getting a quick blip. You're not getting the extension of it all. Here's the back side for heart. And then here is the inside for heart. Now in this, once we go to heart, look. We go to heart and circulatory with more recipes, okay? Then we start on blood pressure, more recipes. This is all heart, remember? So this is where it's different than this. It tries to give you a couple of recipes, but this goes into a little bit more on the recipes, which I enjoy, and it's got some different herbs that are not in this. So that's a little comparison of kind of how it's done. And you see they've got the little tabs here for heart health and all that. So let's see. I wanted to look for kidney and see if we saw brain. We definitely need for brain function. Of course, look, turmeric for brain, of course, guys. All you that are not buying the mushrooms I'm selling, I hope you get in there and buy some lion's mane in that farm stand, because I'm eating it all. And no wonder why I might have some good memory and cognitive function. And you could too. Start picking it up, guys. Right there. Easy to get your hands on lion mane. Okay, St. John's blurring. I thought I'm going to go through this and let's see what ingredients we have and what's kind of going on in this book. Because I never go through this book very much. I just seeded so much St. John's wort and hibiscus. I'm very excited about that. I have so many seeds. I go a little crazy. Cinnamon, immune system also, because that was for remember blood. Because it was like for diabetes, sugar level, I mean. It's also in the immune system, the cinnamon. It says for your immune system, cinnamon contains, which I preached this, cinnamaldehyde. Okay, just remember formaldehyde, but put cinema in front of it. Take the ph out. It's cinnamaldehyde. It's a powerful compound with antimicrobial effects, helping to inhibit the growth of bacteria and fungi. Its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties also support the immune system by reducing oxidative stress. If you guys don't know what oxidative stress is, when you look at your car and it's brand new, it has no oxidation on the paint. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Now you drove it for 10 years and that's what your cells look like. That paint that's peeling off and oxidized, that's your cells that you're driving around inside your body. They are oxidized. Do you think they can protect? No, they can't protect, because just like the paint on your car is no longer protecting. So that's oxidative stress. It happens to every one of us. The free radicals, they call them free radicals. This is the various things that get into your cells that oxidate them. There is lots of things that stop that, like cinnamon, folks, and other things. Grapeseed extract. There's so many things that can stop free radicals from oxidizing you. So get in there and use it. Immune system, we know ginger was in there, and turmeric. I mean, so we're doing basically a kidney cleanse, blood purify, immune system blowout today, okay? Lemon's in there too. And honey. So, I mean, we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 just on this page. The only thing not on that page was burdock, and it's going to be coming up soon. Let's see here. Cold and flu. I got to get some olive leaves and show you guys how to use olive leaf. It's, I mean, past the olive leaf. Come on, folks. This stuff is biblical stuff. Let's see. And then I'm going to start cooking some eggs because I'm hungry. Horseradish. Cinnamon is on sinus health also folks. Seasonal allergies, we've got turmeric. So what are we doing now? Now we're noticing, well, you're not just doing immune system, blood purify, and kidney cleanse, and lymph system. You got sinus health going on here too, just in this recipe. So here we go, blood sugar. We've got the turmeric, we've got the ginger, and the cinnamon again. So I love when we come up with a recipe that is all together, covers so much. It's a one-shot wonder is what I call it. And again, these recipes are phenomenal in here. Here we go again. Metabolism and weight management. Turmeric, lemon, ginger, cinnamon. Okay, folks? Sounds like I picked a good one for the day for all you. We still have not found burdock in this, and I know it's in here. Where is she? Come on, baby. Ooh, these look delicious, folks. How about this? A ginger coconut energy bite. All it is coconut, rolled oats, ginger, honey, and cinnamon. What the heck? You want some sweet treats that don't make you feel bad? And you can say, oh, by the way, I was taking care of my energy and fatigue management with the little coconut ginger balls I was eating. Let's get on it, guys. Let's get on it. This is too easy. And that's what I'm trying to show you. Digestive health. Here we go again, guys. Here we go again. Cinnamon, ginger, turmeric. Come on. And I just love it when it's all over. And you know what? Hold on. I'm going to put a log in my fireplace, guys, because I got to keep it flame throwing to cook my eggs. My butter is ready. Maybe we'll take a quick intermission. I'll put my eggs on. Okay. These are busy days for Ray and I, and we've got a lot of stuff planned in the future, and tomorrow's going to be crazy because we talked about the female farmers, and I already got a man that's upset saying we're man bashing, which I explained to him. He felt upset that he was a male farmer and we were doing only a female thing. I find it interesting at the amount of offense nowadays, guys. I really do. Look, we're not out to offend. We're just women, so we're going to focus on women. And most of all the women I know, their husbands are what? Working, not on the farm. So that's what we're focusing on. And all you men, we're not out there saying you're not farming, okay? So don't feel that way. We know that you are incredible farmers. We know that you can do things we can't do from your strength, okay? So we're not taking that away from you. I want you to calm your jets. What we're trying to do is inspire women. Don't you want to be at work and have your wife farming too? Come on, she can do more than just cook you eggs and clean the house. So that's what we're getting at right now. And that's what's going on tomorrow. So in between the impound bundle or the impact bundle that I am preaching endlessly and the books and the poster, I got in over my head, guys. What can I say? Our most important thing right now is the impact bundle, guys. Again, I've got all these books. I've got all this stuff.
Time sensitive.
It is time sensitive, okay? We have this week, and I think we have...
Monday?
Till Monday?
Maybe.
Well, it's 10 days, so Monday would be only 7 or 8.
So
I think it's Wednesday morning. It's done, guys. It's done. So I don't want to hear like last year, oh, I can't purchase it. What's going on? I can only talk about it so much before driving my own self crazy. Okay, guys? So I'm going to try to keep mentioning it every day, but I need you to focus on the fact that it's just sitting right there, ready for you to purchase. I know we've already got quite a few people have bought, I think 7, which is awesome. They're enjoying it and already seeing things they love. And you get to see my special on number 64. You get to see mine is your A to Z herb and tea garden, okay? It is pretty bitchin' because we love teas and you know it, and we're pushing that. Let's see how my tea's doing. Oh, it smells good. Look at that. If you could just smell it, take a whiff of that, Rhea.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Cinnamon really.
Oh, cinnamon, lemon, and then we'll put a little honey in the end.
It smells really
We're gonna get it going a little longer, guys, because like I told you, I use roots. Roots don't just, you run it through your Keurig, okay? It doesn't work like that. It's literally gonna give you just the dirt on the root in your tea. You need to let that root get mushy, Okay, you want to steep it. I'm only on this show doing it for such a short period of time, but the reality is I want when you guys are doing it, I want you to let that sit in there for 30 minutes. Not on boil, okay guys? This is how we make a good tea. We get it boiling, then you notice how I move it off? Once it's boiling, I put the stuff in and I am just keeping it hot. We're not boiling anymore, okay? We don't want to boil the crap out of everything. We're trying to get it just to extract for us, okay? So all you making teas, don't sit there with that burner on high boil, please. You just need that hot. You can scoot it off to the side. All right. Push him to the back. Let's get back to our books. Okay. Because I'm having fun going through this, even though, again, we're talking the impound bundle. $50, guys. It's so funny because, you know, I never wanted to sell anything. That's not my intentions at all. But a couple of these companies came forward, and I really do enjoy these books. And the impact bundle, I really do love all the information those influencers put out. I don't even look at myself like an influencer. Thank you all for thinking of me like that. But I am just a dirty pig, cow, goat, sheep farmer that grows vegetables, and I really appreciate that you guys all look up to me for information. I want you all to be influencers. There's no reason there has to be a few. Everybody should be an influencer. You know, I learned something that was so cool about God or Jesus that blew my mind because I had studied forever about Jesus, and something clicked one day when I realized that Jesus always said, follow me, follow me. Well, guess what everybody thought Jesus wanted was them to follow him. He never wanted you to follow him. He was teaching you how to be a leader. He didn't need followers. He needs leaders in this world. And it really clicks to me the older I get that never were we just supposed to be following, going, help me, what should I do? Do you know what is the next thing I should do? No, that wasn't the way it was supposed to be, guys, at all. It was supposed to be that he led you with information like I'm doing to you, and then like mommy, we fly away, and you become that influencer, you become that leader, and you teach those others that want to follow you that they are leaders too, that they don't need to follow. They need to be leaders and influencers. When everybody becomes one of those, we're not sick. We're not scared. We have each other. The world has gotten so detached, and when I read about the way it used to be, that's how it used to be. Now I know everybody goes, well, in those olden days, they had to use those herbs because they died at 30. Okay, guys, we get it. But guess what? As you're saying, everybody died a tragic, ill death at 30 and 40. You're very, very wrong. If you look at any of the studies, plenty of people live to old age. Those people you're talking about were the whorehouse people, the minors, the alcoholics, because it was a very, very hard life in that time. But you're sitting back acting like everybody died in 30s and 40s. They did not, guys. And that post that Rhea put out about the food from the olden days, lots of comments about people saying, well, that, you know, they had to. They were going to die early. Guys, I know you'd like to think that every single human being made it into their 30s and died in the 1800s, but that's not the case. There is plenty of censuses out there, and my family is proof of it. In fact, my family just now is dying early, but they lived to 100, all of them. Mm-hmm. It was never a problem. They were farmers. I think they ate dirt a lot of the time. I don't even know that they had much food. My grandma talks of such a poor lifestyle that she lost her teeth in her mid-20s from lack of calcium because they didn't have a cow and they couldn't get access to milk. My grandma's 98 right now. She still has those fucking dentures, though. Excuse me. I hate those dentures. She used to take them out and drive her car crazily with me as a kid and smile at me with them out. She looked like she was on that Pee Wee Herman lady, that Large Marge driving the truck. But they lived, guys. So, and why did they live? Well, they're home remedies and stuff, and they weren't on massive pills because they didn't have pills back then. So a little preaching to you guys there, but that's what we're trying to get, is you all to be influencers and you all to be leaders. So I'm still looking, guys, for that burdock, because we know we only saw it in one thing. Oh, a favorite, marshmallow root, by the way, guys. Grow some marshmallow root, buy some marshmallow root, and make some real marshmallows. Why don't you try the most simple recipe known to man, the marshmallow recipe from the 1800s. It's wonderful. All right, and let's roll on through. Okay. I love sweet potatoes. I love everything in this book. Hair and nails. Oh my God, finally. And where is it? What? It's in hair and growth and strengthening. Okay,
That's
so
crazy.
I don't agree why they put it in there. I'm going to let them have it though. Rich in essential fatty acids and phytosterols that help support scalp health and promote hair thickness by nourishing the scalp. So while you are blood purifying and cleansing the kidneys, and it's a diuretic and your lymph system's getting cleaned out, you're going to get thick hair too. Okay?
That's awesome.
How about some thick hair, folks? I know mine's thinning as I get older. Let's see. I just love trying to see what all of our items are in on this. And again, you're going to want this, guys. Now, you can only get this book. You're going to go, I can't buy that book by itself. We know. I've been selling this for a long time now. I don't know why it's not by itself, but they won't let it be by itself. So you got to buy it in this, and this. Okay? It's worth it. If you don't want it all, I bet your neighbor could use a gift. I bet your granddaughter. I bet someone at work could use the cards or a book. Do yourself a favor. Treat something to someone else's health too if you don't want them all, but you're going to want this recipe book because this is a fun one. Oh, Ray and I just bought witch hazel. I don't remember how many trees I bought. Too many, I can assure you. So I go on these after a couple glasses of wine. I get to shopping. It's a little scary. Sometimes I don't remember. I bought from this one nursery, Burnt Ridge. I thought I remembered buying them, but then I was like, oh, I forgot. I almost bought them a second time. And then the order came in, and it was like a semi-delivered boxes. I just was laughing so hard. So I have such a good time with it, and as soon as I get those, I plant them. So remember the planting video at Rhea's. If you order, get your baskets ready. We're not waiting 3 years in pots. We're planting this year when you get it, okay? So here we go back to, now we're in skin conditions. Eczema and psoriasis, burdock, guys. So while you're lubing your body in tallow, get yourself some burdock tea and heal from the inside and the outside, okay? Says it's known for its detoxifying properties, which we know. Why? Because the lymph system and the kidneys and the blood. It can improve inflammatory skin conditions, reduce the redness, and help with skin repair. I just love it. Neem, real favorite too. So many good things in here. I love willow bark. I mean, this is a fun, look at this little treatment here, guys. Okay, this is cool. All it is tea tree oil and aloe. And let me tell you something about aloe that I just learned yesterday. Okay, I am removing all the aloe from my yard and throwing it all away. I found out any hybrid aloe is toxic. Do not eat it. It is aloe. And that's where we're all fooled. There is only one type of aloe that you can eat. And it is the aloe barbadeus or something like that. Come to find out, I have none of it. I have all these other stupid ass aloes. I am throwing them all away. They're toxic. You're not supposed to eat them. By the way, I've been eating them. I'm not toxic, but I definitely was chomping those things down. It took me doing another plant ID on a whole different one, and I thought, ooh, this is a big leaf one. This is the one I'm going to eat. And it said aloe. Mine was called soap aloe, this one. You don't make soap out of it, by the way, and you can't eat it. So what is the purpose of it? Now, you could put it on your skin for a sunburn. I don't give a crap about a sunburn, okay? I don't get those. So I'm throwing those plants out. I got to get some real aloe because I want to make the blemish spot treatment and all this fun stuff. Yeah, here's another one. Chamomile and aloe relief gel.
Oh, wow.
I mean, this is awesome, guys. You can just have this stuff on hand. All right, let's check in through here. Ginseng. Oh, here's wound healing and scar reduction. I love it. And what is in my oil in the roller ball? Plantain, comfrey. I've got arnica in one of them. I've got lavender in the other. You'd think I almost made it from this book, but I think this book copied me. Well, here's a fun one. Turmeric and yogurt brightening mask. Why are you buying that crap at the store, those gel masks and chemical masks? Get yourself some powdered turmeric and plain yogurt and slather that all over your face. It's wonderful and it's easy. I mean, this book is just goes on, and that's why I'm just going to keep kind of going through it again. Okay, let me check my eggs. Oh, yeah. Let me get some eggs real quick. Ray and I do a lot of fasting. So it's 1:30. I haven't ate since I ate my last burger last night at maybe 10. I love eating late because I fast. I don't eat the next day until lunchtime or so. So basically, we're teaching a lot about fasting because fasting is super important for the body to heal, for you to properly digest and not be overloaded in garbage. Your body needs a break from food. Okay, we're not elephants scurrying the land eating all day. We need less in our bodies. All of you going, oh, I have a weight problem. Oh, it's in my glands. The doctor told me I have a glandular issue. Look, your weight problem is your pie hole opening up and eating. Unless you're sitting with thyroid disease, you are putting too many calories in. And chances are, I hate to say it's carbs, because the world's fake and feeding everybody tons of carbs. I know this, okay? My family is large. And as much as we'd like to blame it on something, the reality is there's just too much food going in. The body gets sickly from too much food. It no longer is helpful. It makes it sick. And then you start putting loads of weight on. And, you know, again, some of you might, oh, I'm unfollowing her. I'm unfollowing. You know, I put up a post of fat body next to skinny body. The shocking statements that people had, how they were wrecked over that, blew my mind. They were so disturbed by what they took it as was I was calling them fat and saying, look at this fat body and look at this skinny body. I wasn't saying that at all. We were looking at the organs of the fat body, and what you noticed on the organs was the amount of fat all over the organs, okay? So I'm going to post that again. I'm sure it'll make everyone angry again. It's very important you understand, look, I'm not picking on anybody. I am just tough. And I know being sweet to you and holding your hands doesn't teach you anything. I have children. I have family members. I see what it does. It does nothing. When we're a little tougher on one another and quit lying to each other. My mom flat out, when I was in high school, I started blimping out. I mean, I started hitting that taco shop. It wasn't a burrito, it was two. And I knew, I loved it. My dad was really fat. He was like 350 pounds. So I didn't see a problem in it. Well, then my mom was like, why are you getting so fat? Do you think she beat around the bush and said, you're looking a little bit larger? Is that a little bit bigger today? No. She was like, you look fat. What's going on? And I looked at her and said, Mom, I don't feel good. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I feel fat. Well, immediately just talking with her openly, not hiding about how much I was eating. I was depressed in that time. My dad wasn't doing very well. So I went to food, of course, like everybody does. And that was the beginning of my journey where I realized I already had a lot of health issues, guys. Lots of health issues young. Okay, I'm not saying I didn't at all. I'm just saying that our weight can be very, very dangerous, guys. We do not want too much weight on us. If you're carrying too many extra lbs, start fasting. When you stop eating your dinner at night, you're already in a fast sleeping. Try to stretch it out longer. Try to go till 10, 11. Maybe you go to bed at 7 at night. Not like me, 10 or 11, 12. You're going to bed at 7 at night, well, your fast is going to be different. By 10, you're starving probably, and that's fine. But try to go as long as you can. The body heals, it cleanses, it detoxes, it does all the special thing when it's empty, not when it's full.
And it costs nothing.
And it costs nothing. I just saw somebody post, it was our friend Kelly that Ray and I both know. And another friend, Diane, had posted a picture of, it is a medication, a pharmaceutical medication to lose weight. The side effects were death and everything. I couldn't believe the side effects. But you might get lucky and shed a couple pounds. Guys, this is silly, okay? We all know, as my mom always told me, you are what you eat. So it says everything about what we're eating in a day. And I know, my dad owned an AM/PM. I was a big turd. I mean, I was tired. I wanted hot dogs and chicken sandwiches and candy bars. I wanted Kern's drinks and sodas and coffee. And by 18, my appendix exploded inside of me and almost killed me. I had every illness early on. That's why at 50, I can push and know so much information because it's been a journey my whole life. Okay, my sister's on the same journey. Different things, same journey. So you can start the journey too. Okay, it's very, very easy. It's not hard to do. You're not going to remove everything from your life in one night. You're going to little by little start changing things, and that's where it begins. Let me move all this aside because our tea is going to be ready to pour here. Let me get a strainer. So I know I sound like I'm preaching to you guys, but I've just decided that there's just nobody that seems to care about all of us in this world, and the medical system, it's quite clear, doesn't. So, excuse me, since they don't care about your health, I do care about it. I'm going to show you another trick for your thyroid here in a minute. Something I've learned. Let me get the eggs off. And before I pour that tea, I'm going to show you guys something awesome. Some of you might already know. I hope you do. Okay. So, I've talked about thyroid disease that I had it. It was fun when I did the juicing video and everybody said, she's lying. You can't have Hashimoto's and Graves' disease. Well, I'm sure all of you are more professional than me and know about my health, and I don't. I can assure you I was very ill. I ignored my thyroid disease for a couple years, probably, because the onset is slow. The symptoms are coming on. You're ignoring them. I had babies at the time. I had a 5 and a 7-year-old. And the focus was on my son, who was sick all the time. He had sinus infections about 5 times a year. He was on antibiotics 5 times a year. And as a mother, my health didn't matter. I was worried about his. By the time we went in to get his adenoids and tonsils removed, which I regret 100%, wish I would have never done such a thing, they looked at me and said, "Are you okay, ma'am? Something doesn't look right." Well, I was not okay, but I was lying, saying I was. I was in complete tachycardia while he was in surgery. So they brought me back and were there for my son, and they're doing an EKG on me in the emergency room because just while I slept, my heart rate was 140 beats a minute sleeping. So you can imagine during the day, they had me pretty alarmed when they said, "Ma'am," it was a Friday. It was a Thursday. They said, "Ma'am, go home and do nothing. If you feel you're having a heart attack, please call 911. That's what they did. And they said, "Take this to your doctor." It was the EKG thing. I had been to my doctor multiple times, telling him I didn't feel well and I felt shaky, I told him. And I always had pus on my tonsils. But the weird thing was, when they tested me for strep and stuff, I had no sickness. In fact, what blew my mind is they said, "What's weird is your tonsils have pus on them, and it's a normal bacteria that's on them. So we don't know why you're fighting like an infection when there's no infection." Well, that time after the tachycardia, I went in with that, and they actually tested me this time, and they went, "Oh my God." So first they told me I probably either had thyroid cancer, a heart problem, or thyroid disease. I had to eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I was going to go thyroid disease. I decided the other two I didn't like, so I didn't have them. Sure enough, I get the call back later that day on a Friday, and they said, "You are 10,000% off the chart with your thyroid. You have Graves and Hashimoto's fighting each other," which is as sick as you can get, because the one's saying speed it up, the other's saying slow it down. They don't know how to find a healthy barrier. I was eating 10,000 calories a day and losing weight like the movie Thinner. I thought I was going to die. I couldn't use my foot to push on the brake of the vehicle without it shaking because there was no strength anymore. I was very ill. So that weekend, the doctor said, "We can't do it. It's Friday. I'm going to get you to the endocrinologist on Monday." He said, same thing, have your phone nearby, 911 if you start having a heart attack. I was really floored at that point in time what was happening to me. Well, I led a very unhealthy lifestyle. I thought that just because I cooked good meals, that was enough, but I used chemicals in my day-to-day life. Clorox, any chemical, it was okay, it got on my hands, you know. Plastics, everything was in plastic. I loved plastic. Tupperware, Tupperware, Tupperware. Plastic spatulas, plastic Teflon pans, plastic cups, products for my hair, perfumes, everything. I was gassing myself out with death is what I was doing. That eventually was the wake-up call I needed. They immediately said, we're going to put you on medication. First, actually, they said, we're going to do radioactive iodine and kill my thyroid because it was out of control. And I was going to just fully do it because I didn't know what was going on. And thank you, Jesus, the morning that I was supposed to go. And basically, you go into the emergency room 3-4 times a day so they can radioactively kill my thyroid. And it takes multiple times of radiation treatments to kill it. That morning, my endocrinologist, which was Indian, I loved him. He called me up and said, I think we can treat this without that. And they usually just treat it with that. So I was on beta blockers and thyroid meds for 1 year. And I knew the day he put me on those meds, I said, I'm going to take those meds, but I'm going to find out how to heal myself. And in that journey, it took me 1 year. I was fully off medication by the end of the year. I went into complete remission. They were like, didn't even understand what was going on. They kept telling me it was going to come back. They kept instilling fear in me, saying I had a 75% chance of it coming back worse than ever. And I went to multiple doctors to hear that same thing. And I walked out and said, we'll see. Well, that was in 2006. And we're in 2025, so almost 20 years ago, guys. And I've never, ever, ever, ever been back to the endocrinologist. So how do we treat the thyroid? How do we keep the thyroid in check? Remember, they were going to kill it with radioactive iodine. Now, why would they do that? Well, iodine is what your thyroid loves. It operates off iodine. How do we get access to killing it? Through the thing it loves the most. We make it toxic. We make the iodine radioactive, so it's toxic. The thyroid says, yummy, 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 I want the iodine, and we kill it. Now, do they give you iodine to treat the thyroid? No. No, they don't even, they didn't say you don't need it. Well, folks, look at the giant. It's called the, I think it's called the iodine study, or I can't remember. It's been so long. It's a big book I read a long time ago. The Great Iodine Crisis.
Mm-hmm. Heard of that.
That's going to answer everything to why everybody's got thyroid disease. So what do you need? You need iodine. Yes, there's other nutrients too, but iodine is number one, the fuel for it. We are sick because what is iodine in? Nothing you're eating, I can assure you. It's in nothing. They used to put iodine in salt, which was a joke, because you'd have to eat the whole container of salt to get 1 dose of iodine. And then they removed it from the salt. It's in nothing now. I believe it's in seaweed. How much are you eating? I don't eat any. So we have a problem, don't we? So there's Lugol's. And let me show you real quick. Stay right there. I forgot I wanted to show you the bottle too. So I do, hopefully I didn't hide it from myself because I wasn't fully prepared to talk to you guys about this, but this is very important to me. Here we go. Okay, so these are your two options. Two options here. IODINE. I love this. I love the pill for people that don't like Lugol's. Lugol's is, these are both iodine. Now, I took the pill because every time I tried to do the Lugol's, I want to throw up. The taste of it makes you want to kill yourself. Even when you have thyroid disease, you're like, I'll just deal with it. I don't like it. So I had to go to the pills, and the pills work great. But how do we avoid taking pills and disgusting droppers in our water? Well, I'm going to show you. You can see my skin's a little orange right here. Oh, I can't do that. So you can't really tell there. It's a little orange right here. So I just was told from a friend of mine, because I said I can't stand it. And she goes, oh, well, why aren't you putting it on your skin? The skin is the biggest organ in the world to absorb. Do you know those, you folks that have used the Lugol's and had reactions to it? That's because you're taking it internally. You can take it and have to take selenium with it too, or you can't even use it. You'll just get sick. Guess what? When it's on your skin, you have no reaction. So now you want to use the 5%. This is just the 3, I believe, 2. So I ordered the 5. It's super expensive. This bottle's almost empty. But what we're going to show you is this is how you're going to treat your thyroid. Now, you want to put it on the thyroid. I'm not going to do it in the camera because it'll all drip down. I do that in the back. Oh, where did it all go? You're going to want to go to the bathroom for that, dribble it down, coat the whole thyroid, but you also can do the arm. And I was showing Rhea this morning. So I just do a full dropper. Now, remember, it's iodine. It'll stain your clothing, so keep it away. You want to do the tender spots on your body, okay? So you're going to do your arm. You can do down here. You can do the other arm and the thyroid. Don't keep doing the same spot. It's drying on the skin. You want to move it around to different spots. But here's the coolest part. When we do this, what if you already have too much iodine in your system? Oh, God, I don't want to overdose. Guess what'll happen? Tomorrow, I'll still be orange. My body will say, I don't need that. I don't want that. I don't want anything to do with that. I'm not going to take it in. When you take it in, it'll make you sick. But externally on your skin, it knows how much to use. So I did my arm and my throat yesterday. I woke up this morning. My body sucked it up like it was a treat. So I need iodine. So all you with hypo or hyper, probably more hypos than anybody. But if you're dealing with this like I am, this is how I keep my body in check, is iodine. Okay, I don't use other fancy stuff. I don't even buy all the big, Ray was telling me there's desiccated thyroid that you can get, which I believe in definitely eating thyroid, but the cost is, they're money makers. They're scamming you guys. You gotta take like 8 or 10 pills. Who's got the money for this every 30 days? I don't know about you guys, but I don't. But let me tell you, this is cheap, and this is cheap, and they last a while. So if you're dealing with thyroid problems, you're on meds, do this. My dogs are on meds too. What I'm slowly doing is, they were supposed to be taking 2 pills a day. They're down to a half a pill once a day now. I'm like a drug addict, weaning them down. We're on half a pill. When that half a pill is gone, all they're going to get is iodine in their food. Okay, so it applies the same to animals. But let's stop taking those pills, because you think that little iodine pill is not doing anything for what it's doing is it's not letting your thyroid work at all on its own. It's telling it every day how to operate. It's controlling a function that your body knows how to use with the right nutrients. So I know iodine was not in our agenda and in my eggs, but I tell you what, you need it, guys. And when you find out it's almost in nothing, you're going to be like, well, I need this. And you know what, guys? You don't have thyroid disease, you still need it. That's the thing. It's not just for the sick people. Every one of us is deficient. So, get the book, The Iodine Crisis. Get ready to be blown away how ill people are, because why? They know we need iodine, and they tell you not to take it. You go to Amazon, look at Lugel's product, and look at Idorel's product. Go through every review. And I think that alone will open your eyes up to what is going on in the world with iodine, and that some people know and some people don't. And the doctors don't want you to know, just like they don't want you consuming salt, because you can get a lot sicker without salt. It's a real blessing. They make all kinds of money off you. So that's my little story right there on what I went through, and it definitely was an eye-opener for me. It's what led me down this journey. For all you folks that wonder how I know all this, that is how. Faced with death, and it's happened a few times with my appendix too, but I was too young to get smart. As I got older, I went, what the heck? And then you start learning how to treat your body, how to listen to your body. So there you guys go with that. I hope you all take that information and run with it, because I could preach all day about this stuff and you know it, but it's time for tea. I think I've talked all your ears off enough. I want to eat my eggs and drink my tea and enjoy Rhea's company. So, here we go. This is beautiful. I just love when I use lemon.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep, turmeric and lemon just are a real treat with a little bit of honey. So,
There's a door there.
whoops. So, get to experiencing some delight in your tea. Quit playing around with the frickin' tea bags. We don't need dumb tea bags, okay? We know there's plastic in them. How much more plastic do you want in your brain? And get that plastic out of your house so you don't have those endocrine disruptors. Because a lot that I'd realized with thyroid that is so unfortunate is the fact that everything in our lives is an endocrine disruptor. It's really wild. Why would plastic have female hormones in it, guys? Why? Did it make a better plastic? I don't know. It definitely makes me wonder, female hormones and plastic. Perhaps because we know everybody's going to use plastic, the men can turn into women from the female hormones, and the women can be crazed, sick psychopaths from too much hormone. And it makes everyone sick. It makes everyone sick. So get some of those things out of your life, guys, because they're not helping you. And I know it's hard. All food comes in plastic. But like I say, baby step into it, because you're going to find once you start stepping forward and you feel better about your decisions and you're like, I didn't even need that anyway. It's pretty amazing. So, well, folks, this is the end of our gorgeous tea day. Remember, now this was turmeric, ginger, burdock, cinnamon, honey, and a Meyer lemon. So cheers, Rhea, to another healthy day. Oh, that's delicious. That's a good one. It's got a little sting at the end of the ginger, but guys, you're going to want to make this one. Get in that kitchen right now and take some delight in the color alone, because color to me, greens, yellows, reds, all this, we need color. That's how we function. So God bless everyone, and get to making tea.